What's the biggest reason why you made the decision to come here?
Blessing. So to say God's peace and tremendous opportunity, but really just had a godly peace because I had a great relationship and great time at Tulsa, so that was really a blessing. The young people there and Coach Montgomery, but this opportunity had a piece about the move. Had some familiarity with Coach Dickey through my Arizona days back in the early '90s, and then just my knowledge of the program, working with Phil Bennett at Baylor and some other folks that have really spoke highly of the program, and then just knowing what I know about what they do here. So it's been a blessing.
What's your first impressions of Coach Snyder and working for him?
You know what? Really great impressions. And it really started from just meeting him. I mean, just getting a chance to meet him and talk with him. And so they've all been, sort of what what everybody talks about. A very direct and purpose-driven man. And time hasn't chipped anything any off of him. I think if anything, he's probably even more fired up. But it's been good. It's been good.
What's a job interview with Coach Snyder like?
You know what? I tell you the truth. It was more like get to know you, and y'all have to deal with this cat all the time.
Yeah, man.
It's amazing.
Right? Yeah.
It's only one of this in the world.
In the world?
Just one.
Not even at school.
No, I never met. It's like golly, he is a mess. I mean, every day, 100 miles per hour. But no, the interview was great. I mean, it really was more of a get to know you. I think we had some mutual coaches that knew both of us, so there was a lot going into it. I had heard so much about him from watching him and then playing against him as a coach. And then meeting some guys that have played with him, played for him, and also coached. So the tree that he has is broad, so it touches everywhere. And then we've had Coach Paterno and he were real good friends, and some other coaches that I know. So it was really just more of a personal get to know you, and the X's and O's took care of itself.
In terms of the stamp you want to put on these players or this program, how you coach them, I know the players said a lot in the spring that you really harped on the technical aspect of the game. Is that what you would say the stamp you put on this team, or what do you want to put on it?
Really, I just want to be able to from just a standpoint of love for the young people and love for what sort of like God has me to do. Just being able to put a stamp on them that I'm gonna help them grow in all areas, as a football player, as a man. And also in the same light, in doing that, they help me grow. So it's a relationship deal, and I love. I have a passion for the game. I have a love for the kids, and it's a great tool to be able to grow people. And what fun! I mean, I played in the stadium before. I shouldn't say played. I've coached in the stadium on the other side, and this place is crazy. So being able to be on the plus side over here is really going to be exciting.
What influence are you going to have maybe on the style of defense that we're playing? It's probably not going to be a huge departure from years past because Coach Seiler's been here.
Yes.
What kind of influence are you going to put on it?
Coach Seiler is a tremendous defensive coordinator, and there's tremendous coaches on the staff here defensively, Coach Mo and Coach Fab and all the grads. Everybody here does a great job. Half the guys have played here, so they're all like know the system. So I'm just coming in trying to add whatever I can with the knowledge that I have, and also gaining knowledge at the same time. But just want the guys to play passionately, enjoy what they're doing, and play hard and play with great effort, and overlap on defense and all the fundamental things that we need to do to be successful.
Kendall Adams kind of had off-season surgery, I think. He had an injury toward the end of the last season. Is he someone we can expect to be fully back? You guys comfortable with what he's done so far?
Yeah, Kendall's doing a nice job. He really has bounced back. Has had a good summer, and he's going 100 miles an hour. So now, with a few of the guys that had injuries in the spring, that now I got a chance to work with them. It's really been good and exciting, and the competition bar has raised because when they weren't practicing, the guys that were in, really the young guys during the spring, did a tremendous job. So it just raises the bar. If we can do that within our own team, and then our offense is explosive. So going against those guys, Coach Andre has the offense really geared up. So practices have been good. There's been a lot of passion and a lot of good team camaraderie and how we're going about things.
In terms of the position battles within your position group, I imagine it's the number 2 corner, the nickel spot, I imagine. Is there any names you feel really good about, or players you feel really good about right now, and who's pushing pushing forward for those?
Well, I think there's a competition really in all groups. I say even the guys that are coming back, Duke Shelley has to compete, and he's doing that. I mean, he's just doing a great job, on the field and competing and stuff, and is taking coaching very well. So I think there's a number of names at the corner spot that are competing for that position, as well as Duke, and then at the safety and nickel spot. If I would have had to pull out a name, I would stop naming all of them because I think they all are doing a real good job.
Walter Neal, someone had a lot of buzz in the spring. Is he kind of carried forward with that same kind of play?
Yeah, no, he is. Walter's a fun kid, and it's important to him, so he plays very passionately, and he has some God-gifted acceleration and speed and transition that are I don't know if you coach that, you know what I'm saying? Some of that stuff, okay, great job, but some of that is a guy being able to stick his foot in the ground and go. So those things, and he's young and learning. So I think, he's done a great job and is sort of picking up right where he left off and competing and going.
A lot of his teammates, I think, they were describing him in the spring as probably the film rat of this position group. Is that something you can speak to as well?
No, he does. He's up here doing a lot. And and the great thing about that is that it gets contagious for the other guys and guys understanding that. So he's done a good job with that, and he's popping up. I may be in my room, in my office, working. He'll pop in late at night. And where you at? Okay, I'm over in the room watching film, coach. What about this? And cool, so it's important to him.